listen.
Hello viewers and welcome to Palu News Service, your weekly update covering the latest regional news from Palu and its surrounding areas in Central Sulawesi. I'm Dian Merdekawati. Now let's take a closer look at this week's full coverage. And this is Palu News Service. Viewers, we begin our first story, alleged gratification in the procurement of a livestock food processing building has implicated two officials from the Sigi Livestock and Animal Health Agency as suspects. The alleged scheme involved abuse of authority and extortion, resulting in state losses amounting to 767 million rupiah.
The alleged corruption case related to gratification in the procurement of a livestock feed processing building for the 2023-2024 fiscal year has led to two officials from the Sigi Livestock and Animal Health Agency being named suspects. They are identified as IH, serving as head of the agency, and MA, also known as O, serving as secretary of the agency. One suspect, identified as MA, has shown good faith by returning 150 million rupiah to the Sigi District Prosecutor's Office as part of accountability measures ahead of the upcoming trial. The modus operandi allegedly used was extortion carried out through abuse of office against several vendors, with varying amounts depending on the type of project activity. The alleged gratification case resulted in losses totaling 767 million rupiah. The Sigi District Prosecutor's Office is still developing the investigation, with the possibility of additional suspects being involved. So far, investigators have questioned 28 witnesses and confiscated several pieces of evidence. Further legal proceedings will be carried out against the two suspects to determine the next steps regarding the recovery of losses resulting from the alleged abuse of office extortion case, which remains under investigation. Koiri Wijayanto, contributor for TVRI Central Sulawesi, reporting.
Viewers, the 118th National Awakening Day commemoration this year serves as a momentum to strengthen the spirit of unity and national independence amid the challenges of the digital era. Carrying the theme, Protect the Nation's Future for State Sovereignty, the National Awakening Day ceremony was also held at TVRI Central Sulawesi Station as a reminder for everyone to contribute to continuing the nation's struggle through their respective roles.
The National Awakening Day ceremony at TVRI Central Sulawesi Station was attended by all officials and employees of TVRI Central Sulawesi Public Broadcasting Station. In a speech delivered on behalf of the head of TVRI Central Sulawesi Station, Indonesia's Minister of Communication and Digital Affairs, Mutia Viada Hafid, emphasized the importance of safeguarding the younger generation as part of the effort to continue the struggle in strengthening national sovereignty amid technological development and digital transformation. This year's National Awakening Day momentum is interpreted as a spirit of unity and collective struggle in facing the challenges of the times without losing the nation's identity. The younger generation, as the successors of the nation, is considered vital in maintaining the spirit of struggle that can overcome the rapid changes of the era for the advancement of the country. This effort is supported through sustainable human resource development implementation through various national strategic programs that continue to be intensified. This moment is expected to serve as a reminder to continue maintaining unity, facing the challenges of the times together, and realizing the spirit of struggle through simple actions such as increasing social awareness and contributing to nation building through each individual's role. Rizky Farin, TVRI Central Sulawesi, reporting.
The Palu city government has assured the public that prices of various goods, including basic necessities and food commodities, remain stable and under control amid the weakening rupiah exchange rate. Nevertheless, the city administration will continue conducting regular price monitoring.
The Palu city government has intensified price inspections amid the weakening rupiah situation as a follow-up to instructions from the Ministry of Home Affairs in anticipating the impact of inflation. Based on monitoring conducted over the past few days, the Palu city government confirmed that the prices of a number of goods, including staple foods and food commodities, remain stable and under control, including their availability. Palu Deputy Mayor Imelda Liliana stated that although the prices of several goods are still considered normal, the government will continue monitoring prices regularly in various markets as well as at distributor levels. The Deputy Mayor of Palu, Imelda Liliana, also urged the public not to panic amid the weakening rupiah situation. She appealed to residents to avoid panic buying and to continue shopping wisely according to their needs. Rizky Budiman, TVRI Central Sulawesi, reporting.
A member of Commission A of the Palu City Council has highlighted allegation of medical examination fees being charged to assault victims, despite victims already carrying referral letters from the police. Ulfa stated that the situation requires serious attention because it contradicts existing regulations.
Healthcare services in Palu City have come under sharp scrutiny from a member of Commission A of the Palu City Council. Commission A member Ulfa discovered allegations that assault victims were being charged medical examination or visum fees despite already possessing referral letters from the police. According to her, the practice violates regulations. Article 52 of the revised Criminal Procedure Code stipulates that medical examination costs for assault victims who carry recommendation or referral letters from the police must be covered by the state. However, the legislator representing the North Palu Tawali electoral district found that one hospital allegedly charged assault victims between 200,000 and 300,000 rupiahs for visum services. When confirming the matter with the hospital, Ulfa claimed she was told that the fee collection had become a common practice. Ulfa stated that the situation must receive serious attention, particularly from healthcare workers and hospital management, so that practices that contradict regulations are no longer continued. Rizky Budiman, TVRI Central Sulawesi, reporting.
More stories coming up right after the short break. Stay with us on Palu News Service.
Bapak-bapak, ibu-ibu, Pildun! Pildun! Nobar 10 menit lagi. Bapak-bapak, ibu-ibu, Pildun! Pildun! Nobar 10 menit lagi.
Ah, kalah kan lu?
Ya, kalah lagi dah gua.
Apaan tuh?
Bapak-bapak, ibu-ibu, Pildun! Pildun!
Nobar. Ayo.
Bapak-bapak, ibu-ibu, Pildun!
Nobar tuh. Ayo.
Bapak-bapak, ibu-ibu, Pildun!
Terima kasih.
Bray, nobar, let's go. Ayo, Bray, ayo.
Ih, abang mau kemana?
Pildun. Yuk nonton bareng di TVRI.
Udah belum?
Udah kelar, Mang.
Ya elah.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Inti daripada ilmu pengetahuan itu sendiri adalah mendekatkan diri pada penciptanya. Sesempurna-sempurna iman seorang mukmin ialah orang yang baik akhlaknya.
Tawadu itu atau kerendahan hati.
Mutiara Hikmah, setiap hari jam 5:30 pagi dan setiap Kamis jam 4 sore hanya di TVRI Sulawesi Tengah, media pemersatu bangsa.
Viewers, you're still watching Palu News Service, and here's the next story. The Palu City government has tightened supervision over the distribution of subsidized 3-kilogram LPG cylinders following reports that selling prices at some bases and retailers still exceed the highest retail price or HET. The monitoring aims to ensure that subsidized gas distribution reach eligible recipients.
The Palu City LPG Task Force continues to monitor the distribution of subsidized 3-kilogram LPG cylinders at several distribution bases. The measure follows public reports regarding selling prices that exceed the government's highest retail price. Currently, the highest retail price for 3-kilogram LPG cylinders in Palu City is set at 20,000 rupiah per cylinder. However, authorities still found rogue distributors selling cylinders for around 25,000 rupiah each. Meanwhile, at illegal retail outlets, prices have reached between 45,000 and 50,000 rupiah per cylinder. The Palu City Industry and Trade Office stated that supervision is focused on official distribution bases to prevent sales that violate regulations. Bases proven to have violated the rules may face sanctions ranging from stock reductions and temporary suspension of distribution to termination of business partnerships. In addition to conducting supervision, the government also urged the public to actively report suspected violations in subsidized LPG distribution. Public reports are considered important in helping authorities monitor distribution so that subsidized gas can reach residents who are entitled to receive it. The Palu City Industry and Trade Office also stated that the supply of 3-kilogram LPG cylinders in Palu City remains sufficient to meet public demand. Currently, there are more than 1,000 LPG distribution bases in Palu City distributing subsidized gas according to the recipient data determined by the government. The Palu City government hopes that tighter supervision of 3-kilogram LPG distribution can operate more effectively so that subsidized gas distribution remains on target and selling prices in the community can stay under control according to existing regulations. From Palu, Shairul Chaya, contributor for TVRI Central Sulawesi, reporting.
The Red and White Village and Subdistrict Cooperative Program in Central Sulawesi continues to be accelerated. Based on data as of May 15, 2026, Central Sulawesi has a target of establishing 1,981 village and subdistrict cooperatives.
President of the Republic of Indonesia, Prabowo Subianto, recently inaugurated the Red and White Village Cooperative Program centered in Ganyak and attended virtually by ministers and governors from across Indonesia. From Lolu Village in Sigi Regency, Central Sulawesi Governor Anwar Hafid was accompanied by regional leadership forum officials, including Central Sulawesi Deputy Police Chief Brigadier General Helmi Kwarta Kusuma Putra Rauf, Commander of Military Region 13/Merdeka Major General Jonathan Binsar Siani Par, and Sigi Regent Mohammed Rizal in Chennai. The Central Sulawesi provincial government stated that it is ready to oversee the program together with Regency and city governments. The Red and White Cooperative is described not merely as a ceremonial program, but as part of a strategy to strengthen the rural economy. Based on data as of May 15, 2026, Central Sulawesi has a target of 1,981 village and sub-district cooperatives. Currently, 669 cooperative outlets are in the physical construction stage. Of that number, 60 outlets have been completed 100%. Poso Regency recorded the highest achievement with 15 outlets fully completed. Meanwhile, North Morowali became the region with the highest number of outlets, showing progress below 50%, reaching 113 outlets. The government has designated the area as a focus of intensive monitoring. The Red and White Cooperative Program is designed to support various national priority programs at the village level. In addition to absorbing local agricultural products, the cooperatives are also being prepared as integrated service centers. Their functions include subsidized gas distribution, government aid distribution, logistics services in cooperation with PT Pos Indonesia, and the provision of affordable pharmacies. The provincial government also expressed appreciation to all parties involved in the construction of the cooperative outlets. Through this program, village cooperatives are expected to become a sustainable solution for improving public welfare and reducing extreme poverty in Central Sulawesi. Ryan Hendra, TVRI Central Sulawesi reporting.
The Palu City Office for Cooperatives, MSMEs, and Manpower has tightened supervision in several MSME areas across St. Paul City. The measure is aimed at ensuring business areas continue to develop while also providing fair opportunities for small business owners to utilize government-provided facilities.
As the supervising agency, the Palu City Office for Cooperatives, MSMEs, and Manpower routinely conducts field inspections to monitor MSME areas throughout Palu City. Supervision focuses on environmental cleanliness, business development among vendors, and analysis of kiosk occupancy levels in MSME zones. To optimize management, the Palu City government has established special cooperation agreements with business operators in several MSME areas. One of the clauses in the agreement regulates the obligation of vendors to actively utilize the facilities provided by the city government. The head of the Palu City Office for Cooperatives, MSMEs, and Manpower explained that strict sanctions are imposed on vendors in MSME areas who do not operate their businesses for 10 consecutive days. This policy was adopted as a form of fair access and opportunity for other business operators to trade in the area, while also maintaining kiosk occupancy rates and the attractiveness of MSME zones for the public. The measure is expected to increase shopping visits and strengthen the MSME ecosystem in the area. From Palu, Michael Rian, TVRI Central Sulawesi, reporting.
Viewers, amid uncertainty surrounding mining activities in several areas of Parigi Motong Regency, the local government is now projecting the agricultural sector as a long-term strategic investment expected to create jobs, strengthen food security, and support sustainable economic growth for rural communities. The move is also seen as an effort to encourage more environmentally sustainable development in the region.
The agricultural sector is projected to become a strategic investment sector, both now and in the future, in Parigi Motong Regency, replacing the mining industry. The sector is considered more sustainable, capable of absorbing labor, and able to provide long-term economic benefits, especially for rural communities. Public expectations to develop all areas of Parigi Motong into agricultural zones continue to grow amid increasing mining activities, particularly in Kasambar district, which has recently attracted wider public attention. The Parigi Motong Regency government has expressed its commitment to encouraging areas with strong potential to remain focused on agriculture, which is considered more promising for the community's long-term welfare. Authorities stated that amid uncertainty in the mining sector, agriculture is viewed as more stable because it can absorb workers,
maintain food availability, and sustainably drive the local economy, especially as food demand is expected to continue increasing. The condition is also considered an opportunity for the region to further strengthen agriculture as a strategic future investment that not only preserves the environment but also supports the welfare of rural communities. Meanwhile, the Parigi Mautong Regency government acknowledged that there have been no recent reports regarding mining activities, particularly in the Kasambar area, following the central government's closure of dozens of mining companies across Indonesia, including PT Trio Kencana, which had previously operated in the area. Amira Lula Jarabe, contributor for TVRI Central Sulawesi, reporting.
More stories coming up right after this short break. Stay with us on Palu News Service.
Distinguished colleagues and friends at TVRI, it is my great pleasure to congratulate you for being appointed as the official broadcaster of the FIFA World Cup 2026 in Indonesia. Of course, TVRI is known for their commitment in showcasing the world's most exciting sporting events to Indonesian fans. And we know you will do an excellent job in delivering the biggest show on earth, the FIFA World Cup, to audiences in your country. We look forward to our partnership with TVRI as we prepare for the biggest and most inclusive FIFA World Cup in history. Thank you.
Berimba kareba sampai Subukupura atau Pontara TVRI Sulawesi Tengah.
Informasi dan peristiwa dari berbagai daerah di Sulawesi Tengah terangkum dalam program berita berbahasa Kaili.
Ya sarara Riara mompa kurangi kasus stunting di Provinsi Sulawesi Tengah.
Kareba Kakomio setiap hari jam setengah 7 pagi dan jam 3 sore hanya di TVRI Sulawesi Tengah, media pemersatu bangsa.
Thanks for staying with us. Let's get back to the latest updates on Palu News Service. The Palu City government plans to begin a trial implementation of two-way traffic on several major roads starting June 1st. The policy comes after joint studies and coordination between related agencies regarding traffic mechanism and the potential impact of changing traffic flow in several areas of the city.
Several roads that have long operated under a one-way traffic system are planned to return to two-way traffic flow. These include Gajah Mada Street in the Bridge 1 area and Wahid Hashim Street around Bridge 3 in Palu City. The implementation of two-way traffic is expected to improve mobility efficiency for residents, while also reducing traffic violations that are still frequently found in several locations. So far, some motorists have continued driving against traffic in an effort to shorten travel distances. In addition to traffic considerations, the change in traffic flow is also expected to support community economic activities, particularly in the West Palu area, which has been affected by traffic diversions since the one-way system was introduced. The plan to implement two-way traffic has been discussed with related agencies through studies on traffic mechanisms and potential impacts before being officially tested beginning early June. During the trial period, joint officers from the Transportation Agency and the police will conduct monitoring and evaluations of traffic conditions on roads where the two-way system is implemented. In addition to deploying personnel in the field, the transportation agency will also install additional traffic signs to minimize the impact of traffic flow changes during the trial period. Shahrul Kahya, contributor for TVRI Central Sulawesi, reporting.
The Meteorology, Climatology and Geophysics Agency, through the Lore Lindu Bariri Global Atmosphere Monitoring Station, predicts that the El Nino phenomenon will extend the dry season in central Sulawesi this year. The peak of the dry season is expected to occur between September and October 2026, with several regions anticipated to experience increased drought conditions.
The head of BMKG's Lore Lindu Bariri Global Atmosphere Monitoring Station explained that the impact of El Niño varies across different regions of central Sulawesi. Geographic conditions consisting of mountainous areas, coastal regions, and oceanic zones have caused weather patterns to respond differently in each location. Some areas have already entered the dry season, while others are still experiencing relatively high rainfall. Several regions, including Tojo Una Una and Sigi, have continued to experience rain in recent weeks. Meanwhile, strong winds recently occurred in Poso and triggered flooding in several areas. On the other hand, parts of Banggai and eastern Tojo Una Una have reportedly begun entering the dry season since May. BMKG Lore Lindu Bariri Station predicts that most areas of central Sulawesi will begin experiencing the dry season between June and July. In particular, the Palu, Donggala, and Sigi areas are expected to feel the stronger effects of El Niño between July and September, marked by rising temperatures and decreasing rainfall. BMKG Lore Lindu Bariri Station has urged the public to begin anticipating the impact of the prolonged dry season, particularly regarding clean water availability and the potential for drought in several areas. Residents are also advised to remain alert for possible extreme weather conditions that may still occur in some regions, despite the growing influence of El Niño. The varying weather conditions across several regions indicate that the impact of El Niño in central Sulawesi is occurring gradually. BMKG's Lore Lindu Bariri Station has urged the public to continue monitoring weather and climate information in preparation for this year's dry season. Fitra Florin, TVRI Central Sulawesi, reporting.
Viewers, that concludes this week's edition of Palu News Service. Join us every Thursday only on TVRI Central Sulawesi. I'm Dian Merdekawati signing off. Thank you for watching. Until then, see you next time.